What's going on, all you beautiful people? This is your humble host, Manufactured Opinion, bringing you some more Darksiders 2 Lord Demon Belial DLC gameplay. And how could you forget that name with such an ugly SOB such as this? I know we talked about in my Darksiders 2 update video that Belial means worthless. And let me tell you, this DLC was far from worthless. I know I said that the DLC, the gameplay, better not follow in the steps or try to hold true to the Belial name. And let me tell you, I love this DLC. I love the throwback to the first Darksiders. I love the story, how minimal it is. You get about a half hour of this DLC. But it isn't always as much as how long you play, but how good it is. And if you are in love with the Darksiders 2 gameplay to begin with, you will find that, and you know, if you play Darksiders, I guess you'll find this DLC enjoyable. This was probably the best boss fight in the game, next to Archon from Lost Light. This is by far my favorite. Just the amount of challenge that's involved in it, and as you know, if you've been following my videos for any length of time, you know that I am overpowered and that it doesn't take much for me to kill anything. At least in my normal profile, in my nightmare profile. Well, we just won't talk about that at all because there actually isn't even a nightmare profile because I failed epically. But we gotta get out from the past. I gotta stop talking about it. I have to push forward, look forward, as Death would say, or he hasn't said, but I'm sure he would say. But I'm just rambling here. You probably don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. But just some strategies for Belial. Excuse me, sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Some ass clown decided to knock over a telephone pole with his car while drunk and or inebriated. And yeah, I lost power for 12 hours. That means no heat. No heat means more chance of getting a cold. And lo and behold, guess who just finished their last cold and now has another. Epic fail is epic. But yeah, there will come a point in the boss fight where he'll go into this mode where he's invulnerable to normal attacks, and you'll have to shoot this, I don't really know what to call it, it's kind of like a glyph, and first you'll just have to shoot it stationary, but then eventually you'll have to shoot it while it's moving around, so it can actually get pretty difficult, and just make sure you don't run into his force field. He likes to do that attack right there because obviously he knows you're at range. You're trying to use your gun to shoot it, and wow, look at that awful aim. And he's going to try to hit you with that Trident attack. And now that we're on the subject of the Trident, you get that weapon after you defeat the boss. So not only is this boss pretty fun and pretty challenging with an epic ending cutscene, but you get that badass Trident. Let me tell you, I haven't used it in combat yet, but it's got some great stats. Stats I haven't normally seen on other... There's nothing really even comparable to it. It's something that you'd actually want to use, not only because of the aesthetic pleasure, but also because it has some pretty damn good stats. And it looks so badass. It has this dash attack, which you'll see coming up here in a second, that looks extremely cool. And I was super excited once I got it. And after you defeat the boss, make sure that you go visit the hunter. And I'm not going to tell you who the hunter is, only because it would ruin the story for you if you haven't gotten this DLC yet, haven't got a chance to dive in. And go back. Make sure you go back to the hunter because you will be treated to one awesome sequence of dialogue, and then an awesome ending to said dialogue. So yeah. I'll leave it there for you guys. I hope you're enjoying the DLC if you had it already. If you don't, if you're just playing normal Darksiders 2, well, I hope you're enjoying that as well. And if you haven't played the first Darksiders, I definitely recommend to go check it out, especially if you plan on playing this DLC, because the throwback is pretty awesome. And as always, guys, I hope you're enjoying life, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.